Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings. I pray that all is well and you all are in the best of health and spirits. It is your sister, Denise Renee Muhammad, along with my brother Sean Ali, and we are coming on today for another episode of our Health and Wellness Power Hour, the Health and Wellness Power Hour. So as you come in, go ahead and share the video, share the video. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Sean. How are
Wa
you?
alaikum assalam. All is well. All
Yes,
is well. How about yourself?
all is well. Can't complain.
I
Can't
mean, I
complain.
can. I'm just not going to.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
That- you know, yeah. I mean, I
Yes,
definitely can. So yeah,
that's right. So our topic today, since it's they say it's Mental Health Awareness Month, so I
yeah.
wanted to get into that. How to create your mental wellness, how to create your mental wellness. I thought that would be a good topic, because a lot of people
Uh-huh.
deal with, depression, anxiety, and just a slew of, mental health issues. So I wanted to get into that and see how we can offer some solutions.
Yeah, ain't that something?
Right,
Hey, yeah, this is the they call it that the month or
right,
whatever. You
right.
know, um, you know, I was thinking about that. I mean, it's I don't man, black people, we just got some decisions to make when it comes to our health and wellness. We
Right.
gotta if we gotta decide
Mm,
if we're gonna
that's
accept our own and be ourselves. You know what I
that's
mean? Because
yes.
we aren't the same, and science doesn't we believe for whatever reason some black people believe we're all the same. But that's
Hmm.
the only place you'll find that at. So when it comes to mental health, we can't use European science to diagnose and treat ourselves,
Right.
right? Because number one, the European theories and concepts of mental health were designed to solve the problems that they found with among the Europeans. So when we look at the psychoanalytic side of healthcare and psychology. That's Sigmund Freud. A lot of that is right id, ego, super ego. Okay,
Right.
so he was not studying everybody. He was studying the people around. He was
His
trying to
people.
solve that because when you especially at that time when a lot of these mental health concepts were originated, right?
Hmm.
We were perfect. For, right, we were nothing like we are now. You feel what I'm
Right.
like? It wasn't no homosexuality. It wasn't all of the stuff that you can find black people doing today. Only white people did that back then when all of these things was going on. So when you got all of these negative concepts of mental health, that's not us. We
Hmm.
have adopted that because we follow the people that who those apply to. We
Right.
follow schizophrenia. We follow anxiety. We follow depression. We are the original people. If you get into your perception and mindset that
Hmm.
I am God,
Come on.
man,
That's it.
you,
How
you
can you be depressed thinking of it with that statement?
unless
You
unless
don't believe it.
you are Iblis. Iblis was
Hmm.
one who would not submit to the God that was in man. He wouldn't submit to God. When
Right.
God told him to bow to us, he said, nah, that's clay on fire, right? So when you
Right.
look at yourself, are you your own Iblis? Do you refuse? Even though scripture 120 Genesis, right? 126, you are all God's children of the most high. I mean, excuse me,
Right.
82:6. Genesis 126, God created man in his image and after his likeness, right?
Right.
The Holy Quran, you are created in the best of mode, that black mud,
Yes.
dashing it.
Faster than the
Woo!
shape.
Woo! How you not? How can you get that information about you?
Right.
That supersedes anything that somebody else could tell you because that's coming from the one who created you. So if you are created in the image and likeness of God, if you are created in the best of modes. Woo! Right? Let's start from
Right.
there. That's where we start from. That's our start point. Right? Now, if you don't
Yes.
fall under that description of being an original person, who is the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. That's
God
where
of
we
you.
start at. Okay, hold up. Who? You mean I'm all of
And
Oh,
then
that's
some.
it. Okay. See, but that's where we start at. So for black people in our mental health, our emotional health, right, and well-being, we have to start at identification because that what was taken away from us here,
Mhm.
right? Our personal identification, not just the identification of God, of our language, of where we. I'm talking about who I am. So
Right.
that's a fulfilling need that just inherently has to be answered, right? So
Yeah.
that that's where we start at. We don't start with the European-based sciences on health and wellness. We don't start there because we're going to get some unconsciousness, some subconsciousness, some bull crap, some this and like, hold up. The Honorable
Yeah.
Elijah Muhammad teaches us that when God created himself, the first thing that he did was study himself.
Study
You
himself.
don't think he's seen the super ego, and you don't think
Right.
he studied himself? And
Come on.
come on, come on, man. Come on, man. So these
Mhm.
trillions of years that we have been here on the earth, it took Sigmund Freud 60 something years ago or whatever to come up with the concept
Mhm.
of ego. Like, how do you get that into the mind of people that been here? Like, how can you
Right.
diagnose us and it be anything negative, and you go through our history, you got the pyramids, you got Timbuktu, you got all of these sciences and advancements of life, the Moors and what they taught the Europeans. How can we start at a low base when our history says commands us to say I'm number one? Your history
Right.
commands you to say I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? Listen, who is the
The what is
original
it? The
man?
best, the powerful.
Hey, go ahead. Go ahead. What did you say, sis? Did I freeze? Did you freeze, God?
Yes.
Uh-oh. No, I think one of us might have froze for a second. It might have been me.
Okay. No, if I didn't know if you could hear me, my screen froze for me. All right.
Okay. Okay. Now we back. Okay. But go ahead. Say what you had
Okay.
said because I didn't hear you. I didn't hear
Yeah.
you.
No, I was saying that's what we're taught. We're the best and the powerful.
That's it. That's it. We gotta be because we're the first. If anything that was produced from
Right.
us is strong, good, and powerful, the producer of it has to be stronger more powerful to produce that type of power because weakness cannot
Even
produce something
strong.
stronger than it. Exactly. And so that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
So when we look at the history that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad gives us, particularly about our origin, right? In our history, because it fills in the blank of the people who built the pyramids, the intelligence of those people who built the pyramids, and all of those things we find in history, all of these mysteries that we see. Clearly, we can see
Mhm.
it's black people that had to have built it, but we don't see the evidence of the people who built it. So it's
Right.
room for interpretation. They say aliens did it or these people did because the evidence isn't there, but you can clearly see that it's black people. You know what I mean? You clearly see it's black
Yes.
people that did it. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You know,
Right.
Egypt's is in Africa. How can it not be black people? Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But for black people to fall into that trap, you short circuit yourself. It's like you, bam. It's like you're commit. It's like you're boom because you render yourself powerless.
Yes. Y- y- Your own worst enemy.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. And that's when we get stuck and we either end up praying for everything or we just, man, we just die a hard, lonely, hard life, and nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to be in that
Right.
type of position. Right. So the messenger says, accept your own and be yourself. Man, that's
Be yourself.
that's mental health
And,
right there.
and thinking about this too. Right. It reminds me of when also the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said we kill ourselves daily by the way we think. And he said, think first by the way we eat and by what we drink. So it all
Mm-hmm.
starts with that thought, that thinking first.
Mm,
How are you thinking?
mm,
Our own
mm.
thoughts cause us to be depressed, thinking about what happened last year, 20 years ago, and you getting upset all over again. So
Mm-hmm.
our thoughts, that's where it starts.
Yep. That's a good connection. Great connection.
Yes.
Because that's exactly, is everything should be looked at as life and death. You know, if we can develop that concept,
Right.
it really will change how everything that you do, think, say, because everything is life or death. You know what I mean? So if I'm moving like that, that's how I can keep myself because mental health is internal. You know what I mean? Like we are responsible for our individual mental health. Yes, we can be born with certain influences and predispositions,
Mm-hmm.
and they can be challenging on functioning in things. But and as one who's fallen under that, I'm speaking from experience. And I mean, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that, the 80 who we are. So that's a great answer to all of these question marks, especially with black people, because the question marks are with there because these are the things that were purposely stolen from us, taken from us, beat out of us, and put into
Right.
us by other people trying to control us. So our mental health, we have to and it's not something that's hard or negative or emotional. Once we unpack that, and all we have to do is admit it. Okay, yes, that's right. Okay, bam. That's bam. Now it will allow our brain to be receptive Because if I
Mhm.
don't admit that that's me, my brain is going to reject, and I'm not going to listen, see, hear, or seek out
Right.
anything that's because I don't believe that it's applicable to me. You know what I mean? But if we as a people could sit down and say, hold up, okay, my family tree might not have been affected like your family tree, but we all have been affected by the
Thank you,
same
guys.
person
Right.
in the same system. You feel what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
once we get there, now we still don't have to necessarily be here. We just have to all have the same mindset.
Right.
Because the Bible says you are all gods, children of the most high. You right, you know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah.
Yes.
So now if I see myself as God, I have to see you who is a reflection of me and how I see myself. So if I see myself as a nigga and this and that, I'm going to reflect that it's natural.
Right.
I'm
You're
only
gonna
going to put
project,
you as how,
yeah,
eh, right.
project
You're
that.
going to,
Oh,
right. We're going to be on the same level. Right, 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 right.
right.
But that's a part of our mental health problems because we are a community based people. That's why I said we can't have these European theories because they sound good and they look like they could be applicable to us. That's only because we trying to live like them. But as soon as we stop, that all of that stuff sounds like bull crap because we are gods. We are the
Right.
first people. We're the best. We only had that because of you. When you weren't here, we don't have that on the planet Earth. Hmm. Hold on. See,
Well,
see, right.
yeah, that's true.
See, it before Sigmund Freud, it wasn't a black person talking about no ego, id, super ego, none of that. None of that. Them are Yaku babies.
Yakubians. Those Yakubians. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that that, and along the way, as we read, the brain is a physical structure, just like any other physical structure. It needs what it needs to be healthy and strong. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the instrument of our thinking and the basis of our emotions is our brain. We need
Mm,
to have a healthy brain in order to produce healthy thoughts and
healthy
healthy
thoughts. That's right. Absolutely. And see, that's where the aromatherapy
exact. Come on.
comes in to help you clear that mental fog, that mental fatigue, with certain essential oils can help you to have that mental clarity and that mental wellness. Like
Hmm.
lemon essential oil is great for mental clarity. Peppermint is good for focus and
Mm,
relieving some of that mental fatigue.
mm.
Yeah.
I got that
Chamomile.
rosemary right here.
I was just about to say rosemary. That's
Mm.
at the top of the list. It's good for helping you, with your memory, clearing the brain fog, giving you that, uh, that mental clarity as well.
Yep, yep.
All you
And
have
now
to
you
do,
can you
take
you
the
can
time.
see a person's. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, sis. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Which
just
one is
take
that?
the
You
time. This is actually a blend of, it has orange, lemon, um, lavender. It smells so
Mm,
good.
I know it did. Good
It's
morning.
called Bloom. So,
Mm,
yeah,
mm.
nice
I
blend.
can see that. I can see that. Yeah, yeah. I can see
Yeah,
that. That's but see that's where it's like, you know, as the people as especially like I said, this is, mental health. I mean, we just have to make our decisions, man. And because
Hmm.
time isn't getting short. Time is only the sun and earth, the relationship between the sun and earth. So, and the earth isn't going anywhere anytime soon, and the sun isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So
Right.
time is not going anywhere anytime soon. Our time, that's where see we got the
Right.
now we looking at our just like life isn't going anywhere, but our lifespan,
Mm.
you know, all of these things are up to us. But we
Exactly.
have to actively not just pursue them, but manifest them just like we do every other aspect of our life.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, so that's where it's like, but we have to, it's acknowledgments that need to be made, it's acceptances that need to be made, you know what I mean? And it's just perceptions and concepts that
Right.
just need to be started. So as we continue to move and grow and develop, we'll just keep growing and developing and moving into our greatness. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Get out of that man, like that man. It's concept. We gotta understand what's European and what's black. Ain't
Right.
nobody perfect. That shit comes from a movie. The cat on a hot tin roof. It don't that is not God. That is not the wise prophet. That comes from a movie of all Europeans. So we have no reason to be even acknowledging that or none of that bull crap, man, because that ain't even ours.
Mhm.
That ain't God said be perfect. What the hell is you talking about?
Right.
That shit's in the Bible. He
Be
said, be you perfect.
perfect.
How the fuck is y'all still talking about I ain't perfect and ain't nobody else perfect and you ain't perfect? And then if somebody say I am, oh, you is this and you a lie and you how when God said it? Matthew 5:48. That's how Jesus closed the Sermon on the Mount.
Sure
The
did.
last his last words, be you perfect, even as your father in heaven is perfect. So the only way you could misconstrue that is if your father isn't in heaven. Because he said, be you perfect, even
Right.
as your father in heaven is perfect. So the only way you can misconstrue that and say, I'm not perfect, is if your father isn't in heaven. If
Right.
your father is, then you have to change it. Like I said, it's choices we got to make. It's decisions that we have to make. It's perceptions and concepts that we have to bring into and manifest. This is one of them because this is our mental health. God is
Right.
talking about us.
Us.
That
Right.
man, you mean like that's us. That's our mental health. How would he say you created in the best of modes? How do you not want to accept
Mhm.
that? What is it about you and going on in your mind about yourself that won't allow you to accept what God said about you?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that's our power, that's our basis, that's our being, and the
Mhm.
reason for our being.
Right.
Maybe that's why you're
Yes.
mentally unhealthy. You know what I mean? Like, which is I'm sorry, what you say, sis?
No, it's like being it is.
Hey, now other people, when we going into the other races or ethnicities, the brown, red, yellow, white.
Hmm.
I mean, that's when they might need. these theories and these concepts. That's why they created them. So if you go amongst another culture and you see this mental health and these sciences, they created that for themselves. Yeah, it sounds good. And you might can read it and be like, man, that sounds good. Wow. But it's not for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not for you to apply on yourself. Our application starts with our creator and who he created and what he created us to be. Because
Right.
everybody else comes from us. See, he didn't God created one people. That's us. That's us. We created
That's
everybody else. You feel what I'm saying? So our mental health goes back to the creator directly. Because any Adam or Eve story, any first person story is us.
right.
That's a mental health right there, buddy.
Except John, you
When
yourself.
Hey, when you see a happy black man such as yourself, myself, it ain't that's because it ain't I'm not rich at all. I mean, I don't have everything that I want. I got most of the stuff that I need, but I don't have, I'm not sitting on nothing. You know what I mean? So I struggle
Right.
in a financial sense, not in a health wise sense, not in a, but yeah, I got that. So I'm saying that to say that my happiness is rooted in the manifestation of accepting my own and being myself.
Be yourself.
Because that definition of being myself is not tied to anything in this world. So I don't get stressed out for what I don't have of this world, right? So
Right.
I can move amongst this world with whatever I have and be content and happy with what you got because I don't want none of this stuff that in this world. So I'm like, all right, yeah,
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
You
you
know,
know,
and people just, I don't know, just we stress ourselves out with as I said earlier, with the thoughts that we
hmm
think in that comparison. They say comparison is the thief of joy. You
mm,
comparing and worrying about what somebody else have and you don't have. Yeah.
hmm all of them aspects of mental health. Yep.
Right.
Because all of us don't have an identity problem. All of us don't, like I said, because all of us didn't, we all didn't, all of us don't share the same experiences. You know what I mean? Like, so when we looking at those differences, some of what I said may be applicable, some that don't apply to me. You know what I mean? But
Right.
some, like you said, but when you looking at the comparison and the other part, that's almost all of us. You know what I mean? Because that's the world we live in. Keeping up with the
Mhm.
Joneses, that thing is older than me. I heard that as
Right.
a child. You know what I
Me
mean? Like,
too.
yeah, yeah. So that those are you know mental health killers. Death by mental health right there. You know,
Wow. Death by
yeah,
mental health. My
yeah,
goodness.
yeah, yeah. Because your body is not ready to go. You kill your body. The body is made. The body. I mean, we so far removed from not just the time period, but we don't have access to the information anymore as a people. It's out there. We just don't. When we got like the Freedom of Information Act,
Hmm.
that we go and get stuff. We not going to get stuff on health and wellness.
Wow.
We going to get the stuff on Martin and Malcolm, which is cool. I ain't, but man, what about them articles they got on health and wellness? What about them articles? What about them articles they got on the black people they found that was old, old, old? You know what I mean? Like these science. research documents that's available, that's
Right.
there. You feel what I'm saying? That they procure and hide. They were hiding until now you can go look it up. You know what I mean? Just like in the Library of Congress where the messenger said he was given 104 books and he opened up one of the books and saw a picture of himself.
Right.
The book was already there.
Yeah.
He just didn't go to look until somebody said go look.
Send
You
him
know
over
what I'm
to look at it. Right.
saying?
Yeah.
We just don't have, but if we ever get back to that, man, we don't die. We gotta kill ourselves. We don't
Exactly.
the black body doesn't just die. It look at what white all them experimentations white people did on us. I
They trying
mean,
to figure out. They know we had a fountain of youth.
that we got a pain threshold. Look at what we endured, man. And then we
Right.
still and they we didn't endure and die. We endured and then went to sleep and had to get up and go do something else today because we were proper. So it's like that was an amazement to them that here was a people that could endure almost anything with little to no medical treatment. In fact, the worst treatment that you could apply on somebody was applied on us, and we still came out.
Still.
Man, man, they got pictures. They took pictures of the shit they did to us. And man, and
It's
here it is. Here we are. Here we are. Crack babies. Here we are.
still
AIDS
you.
babies. Tattoo babies. Here we are.
Yeah.
The only thing,
Indestructible. That tribe
the,
of Shabazz.
the only thing that could kill us is us. We kill ourselves daily by means of what we
We
think,
think.
what we eat, and what we drink. Man, all
Get
praise
them,
is due to Allah.
get those thoughts together.
Yeah, accept your own and be yourself. Turn the
Yourself.
switch on. Turn it.
Right.
That's like, man, you talking about a push button. You talking about a keyless remote. You talking about you want to start something and just boom.
Right.
Boy, you accept your own and be yourself and
Yourself.
watch what happens to you. Woo-hoo,
That's the key right there.
man. Hey, what's that song? I can hype me up. Hey, hype me up.
Right. Look, I hype me up. Right.
Yo, you don't know who I is? The same as you, God.
Yes.
Woo! Hype me up. Hey,
All praises due to Allah.
Ooh,
Beautiful.
man, I'm telling you. Hey, we got it. Yeah. If you don't laugh right now, I'm trying to tell you, you might be dying. You better go check your vitals. I mean, you better check. You have to check your pulse and your temperature and your blood pressure, man. Because this is it. Man, we are the fulfillment of time. All
Mm,
roads of time lead to right now, right here with
right here.
us. Man, look how
That's right.
what? We're not the ones to be inflicted anymore. No, listen to me, man. We done with that book. Oh, hey, listen. We are not the generation to be inflicted anymore. That's the
Mm,
we looking at that. See, we seeing remnants, but that's nothing like they had in the 50s, 60s, 70s, right? And
right.
even in the 80s, because the police was whipping our butt in the 80s, man, and stuff like we aren't. This is the time of the fulfillment of us, man. Yo, all you gotta do, listen to me. All you gotta do is eat to live, exercise, get some rest, get some sunlight,
Right.
smile, laugh, be happy. Our time, because we are witnessing the removal. So all we have to do is just, hey man, get your popcorn, get your drink, and this is a movie going on. Don't be stressed about nothing Trump is saying. Don't be stressed out about
Nothing.
no terrorists, no wars over there. That's not us. Wow.
Not your concern.
Nah, man.
Let
God
them.
is making them do that. What'd you say, sis? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
God's like, that's not our concern. Let them deal with that. Worry
Yep.
about that.
Yep. Yep. Let us say thank you, God.
Right.
Because it's not a we. Black people, it's not a we are only 14% of the population here in America. I know it seems like it's more of us, but it's not. It's not. It's not. Out of 100% of the population, we are only 14. That means it's 85% of other people. We are this is a majority rules country. So
Right.
our little 14%, we should be happy, thankful that our oppressors in the oppressive system that got our ancestors and us right here is finally being taken down. Man, praise be to God. Woo.
Come on. Praise be to
Hey,
Allah.
listen, if everything stopped right now, the house you are in is still your house. If everything stopped right now, your house
Mhm.
won't disappear. You don't have a house note no more. Your rent won't disappear. You won't have a rent. It's not who you gonna pay it to. Everything stopped. The system stopped. Nothing is going to disappear. You're still going to be in your home. You're still going to be able to drive your car as long as you got gas. Now, when you grow your food, you got food. You got a food supply. See what I'm saying? So it's not. We should just be ready. We built this country. We should be ready to rebuild this or another place for ourselves. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
That's what we built this country. We scream it as trying to claim some ownership in the system. Nah, we don't want Let's be ready to rebuild either here or somewhere else, but this time let's do it for us.
For us. For us,
We
by
know
us.
we know we can do it because we did
Get it?
it.
That's why they stole us.
Exactly. Exactly. All the pyramids we built over here because they
Right.
knew exactly that. Let's go get them. That's out of here. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Create your mental wellness.
Yeah. Have fun, man. You're black, man. It took us so long to rebuild our self-esteem, to where we finally said black is beautiful because nobody wanted to be called black. So
Right.
now we know our features aren't a curse, but they're beauty, the foundation of beauty. So you look at the European based romances, that they're a tall, dark, handsome. They want us. You know what I mean? Like they put the makeup on the woman so she could look like you.
Hmm.
Yeah. She
Right.
ain't got big, big lips, but if she puts some makeup on, she can appear like she got some nice big lips.
That's
She
who
ain't got
makeup.
color in her skin, but if she puts some makeup on, she can appear like she got some melanin
With
like
some
you.
blush.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's who the makeup was made for them, not us.
hey, she ain't got a shape like yours, but if she put that corset on and squeeze it, She can resemble. She look like you. I'm just saying. I'm just so our
Right.
mental health should not be rooted in European based analogies and theory. We got enough
Yes.
mental health experts and professionals where we can form, just like Sigmund Freud formulated the idea of this ego, super ego, and id. We can
Mhm.
formulate our own theories and ideas about ourselves
Right.
without including negative, because we aren't, man, we ain't, they came up with all that stupid stuff, man. Shoot, man, and ain't no schizophrenia in over here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Ain't no anxiety and depression over here. You got
Children of the Most High God.
it.
That's right.
Praise be to God.
Praise be
Hey,
to Allah. Yes, sir.
hey,
Accept
you know,
yourself
but
and be yourself.
even in the midst of, because I mean, sometimes just being present here in America is not is detrimental to our health and wellness. So I mean,
Mhm.
I understand all of that, which is why, you know, we don't have a road out. We have roads that will give us ways to deal with it. The
Mhm.
only road out is through the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, because they
Right.
don't just give us a idea, but they give us a way of life that's out of here. You're not going to the clubs. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. You don't dress like this. You don't eat this. So it gives us a lifestyle that allows us to be extracted from this world that is going to fall. So we read in the Quran the shock of the hour, and we read time. Surely man is at loss. These are warnings. We have a divine warner, right? In our midst presently. So if they give you warnings about what is to come, and you know that a shock is coming, but the shock is based on this world and this system and those tied to it. So if I remove myself from this system, from that, and the
Right.
shock comes, I won't be shocked
Right.
because I followed the one. It's a description, right? So we got a way out of all negative endings.
Yeah. And
If
the
the honorable
Honorable
like, go ahead,
Muhammad
go ahead.
said, um, the hereafter for my followers is now.
See, that's what,
Now.
yes, right now, right
Sit
now,
yourself in heaven at once
right
while
now,
you live.
right now. And he see that's mental health, man. And for us, we really have to look at how we thought about the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad,
Hmm.
because they, if we don't look at it for the mental health approach, that mental health wellness, you know what I mean? Like, we're really missing a large part, because that's what we need. And a lot of his teachings and bringings were to address the mental health aspects that
That's it.
we had to deal with, man. Low
Right.
self esteem, this and that and that. So if we aren't out of that yet,
Hmm.
you still got black women hating themselves, black men hating themselves. You got interracial relations. We still got the sickness in us.
Right.
Mhm. That's not bad, because he said it takes 75 years to learn how to live. So if you're not 75 or close to 75, then guess what? You
You
probably
still
will make a mistake. You probably will mess up. You probably will do something wrong. But that's okay, because you're learning how to live. Taking it, smile. It's a lesson, man.
right.
See, that's mental health. That settle on the best part. So no matter what you could do, the messenger said there's always a truth to everything and always strive to be on that side. So even if you messed up, yes, that's the reality. The truth is, hey, you're still intelligent, you're still wise, you're still here, so you can repeat it and you might get it that the next
Exactly.
time.
And see,
So
and I heard the minister say, how did he say it about the manifestation of defects is necessary in order for, what's in you to come out so it can be corrected.
exactly.
So that's good, to
Yeah.
make those mistakes and just correct.
I mean,
As we said,
mistake is a white person
mistake
word. Like,
shall
you know,
not
that's why I
exist.
say. You
That's
heard
why
me,
it says
God?
it shall not exist.
Yeah, yeah, that's what see. So and that was in the 30s. That was in the 30s. That you know, we can read and see a date on that. Right? So if mistakes should I mean this is mental health. But if I don't take it, I won't become mentally healthier. So I can now I'm stuck with all of these other theories because we need mental health. Black I mean that's a we need mental health. Okay, so now if we don't get it, now we got to get it from somewhere,
Right.
right? A lot of black people have went to school for psychology and this and that to try to help and address the mental health that black people need. But we are stuck with Sigmund Freud and all of these other people and these concepts based on a European mindset.
Right.
It doesn't translate to black people because the black problems is from trying to act like white people and being broken by white people. We need to get back to the pre-white people. So we can't do that with present white people's analogies, man. We can't. All praise is due to Allah for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad because his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding isn't based on these white people's, man. It's not. That's why some of it seems far reaching because it's like, wow, I never heard of that. Exactly. Who is the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man. Who is the colored man? The colored man is the Caucasian white man. Oh, see, right there.
Right.
It changes. It causes you to change how you were looking at yourself in the world. And now you free yourself from the falsehood that we are all the same. You free yourself from the falsehood that we are one. That is like, and
Mhm.
you come into black and being understanding who we are.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Beautiful.
yeah, yeah. We are beautiful. Yes, yes, we
Yes,
are, man.
indeed.
Yes, yes, we are. You ever seen them brothers on the corner? And you can watch one of them videos where they might go do a makeover or a sister. Man, no matter how we could or what we could go through that could take its effect on us. When we get cleaned up, man, you be like, damn, that's brother, that's sister.
Right.
Like, man,
Look like a brand new
mm,
person.
man, man. Ah, we are gods, man. We gods,
Yes,
man.
indeed.
Yeah,
Awesome. Yes,
and I
we are.
love it. You know,
Yes. All right. I think Brother Sean, we lost Brother Sean, but thank you all for tuning in. We're going to wrap it up. Today is, this month is mental health awareness. So we were coming on and just, talking about how to create our mental wellness. And the best way to do that is accept your own and be yourself. And you all, we appreciate you for tuning in. Share the video, share the video. Sharing is caring. And until next time, assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings.